So, so Hunter, had to be an incredibly emotional night for you. Last game in Little John, but Coach said you were just dialed in all day, incredibly focused for this.
Yeah, man, we got some work to do, and I knew we needed a win tonight, so that's what I was focused on. When it's all said and done, I'll really take some time and just think about what a journey it's been. It's been awesome. I'm so thankful for Clemson to give me this opportunity. I've really been blessed in a lot of areas, and I'm just really thankful that I could have been here 5 years. So, but as far as today, I had a job to do, and I was locked in on that.
Coach said he could tell you were ready just from the messages you were telling your teammates. I guess what were you telling them pre-game about this game?
Yeah, just that we need to be all business while we're in here. We have a lot of different meetings and stuff on game day, and obviously, we're a fun team. We like to joke around and stuff, but when we're talking about basketball, when we're talking about what our job is that we need to do to win, we need to be locked in on that. So I was just trying to, emphasize that a little bit.
Brevin, there's going to be a lot of talk about, whether you guys are already in the NCAA tournament, whether you need to win a game in the ACC. But I guess for you guys, I mean, I imagine you're going into this thinking that you can very easily win 3 games and win the whole thing, punch your own ticket.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's our mindset going into it. Like Brown said earlier, we slipped up a few times throughout the regular season, but going forward, we're trying to eliminate those mistakes, limit those, the decisions that we made, and just hopefully we can end up in the tournament. But we definitely believe we can do 3 games for sure.
Do you feel like, you played a lot of ACC ball. Do you feel like this ACC tournament's wide open, that any of 5 or 6, 7 teams can win it?
Oh, I feel like that in any conference of basketball. Obviously, I played mid-major for a few years, and obviously I know how stressful it can be being in that situation, fighting for an NCAA tournament bid. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely a stressful situation in any locker room that you're going to be in. It's obviously win or go home. So with that being said, we got to just make sure that we're locked in and focused, and this guy to my right is going to make sure that we are.
For both of you, do you think like you've already, your resume should speak for itself, that you shouldn't have to go into the tournament trying to get into the other tournament?
In my opinion, yes. I think it can be really frustrating when you buy into all that noise. I try not to look at it, but when I do think about it, I think it can be really frustrating that our league doesn't get the respect that I feel like it deserves. I mean, do people forget who won the ACC Big Ten Challenge? And obviously, there's a lot that goes into that. I understand that. I'm not naive to that. But, I mean, we've won 14 games. We got some quad 1 wins. Obviously, we got some losses that have hurt us. I understand that. And we had to be better after those losses, and we have been better. But at the end of the day, you can't really worry about all that because then your mind's elsewhere. We got a job to do. We got a few days to prepare, and we'll be ready to go when it's our time to play. So.
As 2 guys are going, this is your last go-around, is it harder to not look at projections and not think about where you guys are situated on the bubble, off the bubble, whatever, just knowing, this is it, this is your last shot to sort of do this?
Well, this is my first time being in this position in terms of just being on the bubble. Yeah. Like I said before, obviously last year at Boston College, it was when you have no chance. and then in Charleston, obviously you have to win the tournament to make it. So in terms of being on the bubble and learning about the science behind it, I was unfamiliar with all of that. To the last month, and obviously once you look at the numbers and the whole metrics behind everything, it was news to me. So learning all that last month has obviously been kind of overwhelming. But obviously, to make it simple, we just got to win games. That's what it comes down to, and that's what I've been trying to just focus on instead of just worrying about the net rankings and all that type of stuff. We just win, everything else will be taken care of.
Is it crazy though that there's a metric out there that basically awards losses as opposed to awards wins?
I forgot. I think I saw one tweet after we lost the game. We went up in the net. I was like, how does that happen? But I was like, hey, man, it is what it is. Obviously, they got their book there going by, so we just got to make sure we're doing our part.
I guess Brendan, Hunter was getting a little emotional post-game talking about being Cap, and that was a really important thing for him. Why do you guys call him Cap, and why is he earned that respect?
I mean, honestly, it's been eye-opening to me because obviously I'm, 2 years older than you, 1 year older than you, but in terms of just my whole thing coming in here was to help out Hunter, PJ, and Chase. That's literally what I came to Clemson to do. I told Brownell that over the phone whenever I was trying to come here. I was like, I want to help the returning guys come in, and I just want to be a big part and make history. So with that being said, obviously once I got here, the first couple of conversations I had with Hunter, I saw where his mindset was, what he wanted for the team and his vision, and I was all behind it. That's all I wanted to do. I came here to win, came here to make the tournament and end on a high note for my final season. And just seeing him work is probably one of the hardest workers I've seen. And like what Brownell says is facts, like all facts. Like one of the best leaders that I've been with in terms of just coming together, not folding, just being resilient the whole time, and not having to worry about just the outside noise. Like he preaches that big. Like obviously it's easy to get on Twitter, Instagram, and see everything, but he pretty much just lets the team know, like, we got to go, we're going to lock in, we got to just be there, be where our feet are pretty much. So, yeah, I mean, I give a lot of credit to Hunter, and shit, everything he's done has been crazy this year, and I hope he gets ACC Player of the Year, hope he gets everything he deserves, because his name deserves to be on that wall in there, man. We need that.
I guess is he like Larry Bird? Or?
Yeah, he called him Larry Bird. Larry Bird, that's funny, though. That was funny. Unless I found out the backstory to that was hilarious.
Hunter Brevin scored 28 up in Raleigh the other day. I mean, you had 4 guys that have had games like that throughout the season. How difficult is that for opponents when you have so many guys that can really take over a game?
Yeah, man, it's hard. I've been saying all year we got a lot of weapons. Any given night, it can be any of our guys really can go off and be a big factor in our wins. But, yeah, man, I'm really proud of him. He's a great player. He's put a lot of work in over the years. And for him to have that success, and that was a big game for us. So I was really proud of him. And there's more to come, man. We got some work to do. We're going to get it done.
Any more questions for these guys?